This is going to be a paired samples t-test. And so that's the other one that I wanted to make sure we went into. This is essentially where a pretest, post-test, or repeated measures design might be used. In this case, it'll be a pretest, post-test. And the scenario is actually going to be fairly straightforward. The idea is some students are given a grammar aptitude test, um, and their scores are recorded. They're given a novel approach to grammar instruction, and then their grammar skills are measured again post test. Now, of course, if you're looking at this, you're probably going to be saying, yeah, this looks pretty uh, much like the treatment did not work. And just eyeballing the raw data, that'll be pretty obvious. But we really just need to go ahead and run the data analysis to more or less seal the deal here. Um, what we're going to do is we're going to select the paired samples t-test. Again, I think you're pretty familiar with what Jamovi can do now. And so I'm going to go ahead and do the usual things that I typically like to do. Go ahead and get our descriptives, because those were useful to have. I think I'll just not do that. And we'll go ahead and do our normality test. And then, if I do this correctly, we will see what ends up happening. Okay, and again, you can kind of tell that what we were eyeballing earlier is right on the money. It's very, very obvious that uh, the people who scored afterwards scored a little bit lower than they did beforehand. Okay. That said, there's a ton of variability here. So we'll just make note of that. Okay. Normality is not an issue for us. So we're lucky there. The t statistic is minus 0.31, 4 degrees of freedom. So make note of that too. That just simply comes from the fact that there are 5 people in the sample. And you can see the p-value here is pretty pathetic. So you would not really have much to talk about. The effect size itself, the Cohen's d, is pretty negligible as well. So at this point, we'd end up having to say that there doesn't really appear to be anything of interest, that the instructional technique used here did not work at all. It may be a good idea to not do that again. So that is a paired samples t-test. Again, save it, and I'll go ahead and upload it to assignment 3. And with that, we will have done our Jamovi runs for the day. All right. Have a good day. Stay safe out there.